Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ask Our Experts. My name is Darcy Fisher. Joining us today is Larry Oakes. Larry is President and CEO of Mainstay. Larry, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you, Darcy. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, let's start with, can you explain the general premise of supportive housing?
Sure. Well, so what is supportive housing? We like to use this concept of a stool when we describe it. There's three legs on a stool, right? So supportive housing kind of follows the stool analogy. To do supportive housing, you need affordable housing as one leg of the stool, and you need services as the other leg of the stool. And the third leg of the stool is the community that surrounds the supportive housing. So affordability, co-located with services in the community, that's supportive housing.
Excellent. Well, can you talk a little bit about the history of supportive housing in Massachusetts and how Mainstay is serving a need for families?
Yeah, great question. So supportive housing came about really nationally and here in Massachusetts too in the 1970s. So you think back to that time, there were institutions really all over the country where people with behavioral health issues and developmental disabilities were really warehoused. And deinstitutionalization was a movement in Massachusetts and in the country as a whole to really close a lot of those facilities and get people into the community. And so supportive housing came about as a program approach for supporting people as they were leaving institutions and returning to the community. So supportive housing has really taken off since then. And in Massachusetts specifically, there are thousands of units of supportive housing all over the state today that are funded through a patchwork of funding sources, private philanthropy, government support. And these supportive housing programs support adults with developmental disabilities and a range of other special needs populations. And they do a really wonderful job of that.
Can you talk a little bit about who you think is a good fit to be a resident at Mainstay?
Great question. So here at Mainstay, we really focus on supporting adults with developmental disabilities who are functioning at a level where they could live independently on their own in the community with some minimal support, right? And so that's where we come in here at Mainstay. We facilitate the housing, we arrange that, and then we provide services that are really tailored for someone who might be going to work, might be going to a program during the day. They have agency and function, but they need support. They need meals. They need oversight and support every day, and that's what we provide. So we provide supportive housing for nearly 400 individuals that fit that description, and it works really, really well.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, what makes you mentioned, the thousands of other supportive housing units available in Massachusetts. What makes Mainstay different from other options?
Yeah, we're really, really proud of the fact that our housing to the untrained eye looks like market rate housing. Even though much of it is affordable to individuals who by any measure aren't high income, they're in fact low income folks. But you or I walking down the street looking at our housing wouldn't be able to tell the difference between our supportive housing and the housing on either side of our buildings, which are well-kept market rate housing locations. So then there's the staff here, right? So we employ 60 folks who are as committed to this idea of supportive housing as anyone I've met in my 30-year career in the field. And right, as a human service organization, we're really only as good as the quality of the services we provide. And I'm really proud that our team, I think, is unparalleled in their commitment and their expertise. So, and I think, right, we just became a CARF accredited organization. So we've got 50 years of experience, and now we've been accredited by the largest accreditation body for supportive housing providers in the country, really in the world. So we also really subscribe to this idea that continuous quality improvement of our programming is central to our identity as an organization. The accreditation we just earned, it's a 3-year accreditation, really supports that value of ours. So yeah, it's about the quality of the housing, it's the quality of the staff, and it's the way we are very serious about the quality of services we provide, and always trying to find ways to do that better and better.
Absolutely. Well, Mainstay is nearing its 50th anniversary. What goals do you have for its future?
You're right. In 2025, our organization will turn 50. So, first of all, we'll celebrate a half a century of success, and we'll be looking to do more of what we do. So, we have a number of initiatives that we'll be advancing in 2024. Growing our presence in Massachusetts is certainly a goal, and continuing to look for ways to strengthen the programs that we already operate, of course, is always a goal for us. We're we're working in 10 different cities and towns around Eastern Massachusetts at the moment, 20 programs across those 10 towns. So looking for ways to make those programs as the best programs they can be is always a goal for us. We'll be looking to expand our board of directors over the next 3 years. As a 50-year-old organization, a nonprofit organization, we're always looking for new ideas and new volunteers who can join our organization and help us meet our mission. Yeah, so it's going to be an exciting time for us to turn 50, looking back and looking forward. And we're really excited about it.
Yeah, definitely sounds like you have good reason to be. Well, Larry, thank you for joining us today. And I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you would like more information about supportive housing, we invite you to visit our website. You can find us at www.mainstayliving.org. Thanks, everyone.